Hello. Welcome to a Modern Horizons draft. Let's not reserve Hellmonger when there is Archon of Cruelty here. This is one of the few premium targets for reanimation, but totally fine to hardcast it, obviously, if you can ever get to 8 mana. And it would be delicious to sneak attack this thing, although I don't think that mechanic is in this format. Anyway, Archon of Cruelty, solid first pick. And hopefully we can make it work. There are ways of cheating it into play. Strong pack for black. Bone Shards and Hellmongrel being, standout premium commons, maybe the best 2 commons in black. Then there's Arcbound Prototype, which is solid. If you get a ton of these, then your creature force just never dies. It just keeps getting bigger, moving itself around. Bridge is good. Baloth is maybe a payoff for 1/1 counters, but not necessary to be good. Okay. Now we've got some stuff. We've got some stuff going on here. Now that we have Archon of Cruelty, I think we want Vile Entomber. Profane Tutor is interesting, but if we can Vile Entomber Archon of Cruelty into the graveyard and then reanimate it the next turn, we never lose that game. There are other decent cards to get into the graveyard, and I think we just grab Vile Entomber. Bone Shards, solid pick. We don't want to pass too many of these, and it's a good way of getting Archon of Cruelty from our graveyard into our hand. What other way? Hand into graveyard. Good stuff coming around. Augur's not good. Maybe we'll wheel one. Hard Evidence. It's not usually good, but in some decks it's better than others. Yeah, Bone Shard's clear pick here. No way! Trample Haste. Hexproof as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. Trample over Planeswalkers, which is a hilarious ability. If we take this, we can just be the reanimation deck. That's too funny. I mean, doesn't that work? Seems like it should work. Hate draft the Blessed Respite. Here we've got options. Razortide Bridge makes Esper reanimation more plausible, but I think we just take Kitchen Imp. Yeah, I think Kitchen Imp is what we want. If this deck sort of didn't pan out, we could just audible into a good black-red deck or something. Search the premises. I don't love this. This pack is somewhat weak, but let's grab Piercing Rays. We know we want to be in white because we want to be a reanimation deck. And there's, there's an uncommon that reanimates, well, 2 uncommons, a black one and a white one. The white one's insanely good. And there's 1 common white one that reanimates. I don't think we want Augur. I guess Disciple is interesting. It's not that good. Get a ton of these Chattering Augurs, but they're just not very good. I'll take Disciple. Hey, it has lifelink. I mean, that's good. Attacks alone, number of creature types among all graveyards. There is one Lurgoyf in the format. It's like a black, at least one, some black madness card. Crack Open, Marble Gargoyle, I think we just want Batterbone. And what's coming back? We've got Arcbound Prototype coming back. I can't imagine being in a deck that would want it, but I guess I could see Patchwork Gnomes being decent as just that extra way of discarding a card, blocking a creature. It's so crazy not to take Prototype, but it's just not good in this archetype. Oh, nice. Landscaper Kolos does a few good things for us. It makes our graveyard a little better because it can go in the graveyard, and it makes certain cards better, like the uncommon thing. Courier, I think Seal of Cleansing is good enough that I'll just grab it here. This one's a bit tougher. I don't think Blossoming Calm is really the way to go, but Fodder Tosser is fine. Sure, take Blacksmith Skill. If you can protect your Archon of Cruelty, you're in good shape. So this is a very interesting pack. We have a dream. That's the way of describing it. We have a dream, which is to reanimate some pretty insane stuff. And we have decent cards to fall back on. But, you know, some cards that get a lot weaker if we're not comboing off. Pretty neat. Ooh, that's not what we need, but Thought Monitor is really good. Nope, Sanctifier Envac is good against us. Maybe we take Thought Monitor. 7 mana. When it enters, draw 2 cards. And then World Weary. Yeah, we're just passing a whole hate deck for us. Tormod's, Crypt Keeper, Blessed Respite, Sanctifier Envac. I gotta take the Thought Monitor. Sphinx. Ooh, Breathless Night. That's perfect. We don't really have enough artifacts to make Sphinx as good as it can be. Hopefully the Night can be good. Mistvault Bridge would be good, since we have Thought Monitor now, but I really want this deck to work. And by God, it's gonna work. Bone Shard's obvious pick here, better than Bridge. Braids is not really what we want. And I'm starting to worry a bit about if this deck can work. Sudden Edict might be fine. We don't have discard outlets. Oh god, Batterbone plus Throsta or Archon. Crazy. I'll just take Companion. Ooh, another Knight versus a Tragic Fall. That's actually tough. I think the Knight can be better for this deck, but we literally have nothing that replays our creatures yet. So, what can we do? But, yeah, I'm going to take the Knight. There we go. That is insane value. Whoa, this pack is good. Abiding Grace, plus these Breathless Knights. We don't have a good combo with it yet, but if we get a Myr Scrappling, that is pretty much game over. Late to Dinner's here too! I'm sorry, we have to take Late to Dinner. What an insane pack. Yeah, we've got to take Late to Dinner. I didn't have time to look at the pack. This card is too important for our deck, unfortunately. Yeah. That one would have been a nice one to go for, but yeah, this is better. Healer's Flock, probably good enough. Nothing's exciting now. Evectus Gloves is good too. With all our lifelink, it's probably unbeatable. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Mouser's fine. Especially if we get the if we wheel the white enchantment that gets 1-drops back from your graveyard, the Mouser becomes the best chump blocker of all time. Mouser. Weird. It doesn't purr, it hums. Yeah, this could be quite the deck. I'm still looking for ways of getting things back. A blue source. Yikes. I'll take Sanctifier. I mean, goodness. Sure. Foul Watcher, Blossoming Calm. Mog Salvage even. Let's take Blossoming Calm. I don't think we're going to want an early blue creature, since our fixing is just abysmal so far. And we've already got, you know, Breathless Knights. But it is possible that we want Blossoming Calm out of the sideboard against something. Gargoyle, totally fine. It's funny, these two artifacts are some of the few things that Gorilla Shaman can kill and is happy to kill. Edict. That could be good against some decks. We also have Guiltblade Prowler. Without a ton of ways of making it good, but we've got the Patchwork Gnomes, so that's something. Fine, I'll take a Watcher. Soul Snare, totally good. Dark Moss Bridge, not great. Because we're never, ever hardcasting Throsta. I mean, I'm sure I've had 12 lands in play at some point. Oh, come on. Alright, Bone Shards, that does make Guiltblade Prowler better. Keep grabbing those. Out of Time is interesting. Not really what we want. If you have, like... I guess it is better in, like, a crazy combo deck, but... you need some way to just, like, take over the late game as long as you can kill all your opponent's creatures. Goldmire Bridge, that's good. Oh, we're not going to get the good stuff, are we? Oh, it's, like, too late to get it. Merc Scrappling, let's take the bridge. Return all enchantment cards from you. Yes! Young Necromancer! So good. Okay. That's one of them. It's not the best one, but it's a good one. Enchantment card. Just checking. I don't think we have anything this really works with. Young Necromancer is perfect, though. Come on. Just, you know, just one more. One more good way to return something. Another Bone Shards, sure. At this point, we might want the Shambler in here, because it's a reasonable thing to sacrifice. Patriarch's Bidding. And another Breathless Knight. This returns stuff. All creatures of the chosen type. Dinosaur, Archon. Maybe it'll wheel. Take the Breathless Knight. One more late to dinner. Give me... I need one more. One more something. Yeah, Vectis Gloves at this point looks a bit better than Batterbone. Batterbone is just like, okay, fine, you win. You've got a Throsta attacking me with Vigilance. Yeah, the only reason Bidding wouldn't wheel is that it is Discerning Taste is good. Is that it is a rare. got there eventually. Piercing Rays, Discerning Taste. Well, if we only have a few ways of getting things back, we're going to want these discerning tastes. And we have one piercing raise already. That's enough. It's not like we're lacking in removal. This could gain us 7 life and find the way of getting it back. I mean, Throst is not insane, but it is good. Oh, yes! Priest of Fell Rites. This is why we play Magic the Gathering. We did it! This is a gimmick deck. This is officially a tier 1 deck. Another discerning taste. Give someone a Shikari super late. Wow, now I need to cut some stuff. Companion. Even Fairgrounds Patrol is reasonable here, and we don't have all the lands we need for Companion anyway, so I'll take the Patrol. Soul of Migration. How's that? Unnecessary might be the word for that. Brainstone. Oh. Yeah, whatever. I don't think we'll need it. Marble Gargoyle, don't need that. Mouser, I don't think we need that. Constable? How does this thing get counters? I guess it doesn't really. Not easily. Not in this deck. But in the white-green deck, Constable can be quite strong. Seal of Clint. We're going to have to cut good stuff out of this deck. Curator, in case we go up against some artifacts. I don't think we need gnomes, because we have a lot of ways of discarding. Well, maybe not as many as we'd need, but if we start with Throsta in our hand, all we really need to do is draw a Bone Shards, and then we're fine. That's a super late Myr Scrappling, but we can't really use it. That's how you get a 1/1 counter on Constable. Scrappling, and then the way to recur it turn after turn. Yeah, well, this is looking good. Disciple plus Vectis Gloves or Batterbone. I guess it doesn't need Batterbone, but you get the idea. Get out of there. Okay. The mana costs are going nuts. All right. Not quite enough ways of getting things back, but just about enough. Kitchen Imp is too strong with Bone Shards to ignore. Don't need that. Don't think we need Companion. We'll play... I think we should play Throsta. I think we should do it. 7/7, Trample Haste. Hexproof the turn it comes into play. What's not to love? Disciple's definitely worth playing. Prowler definitely. Vectis Gloves, Piercing Rays, Soul Snare, Batterbone, the second Discerning Taste to get rid of that Throsta. I just committed to all these things, but I need a cut for a Shambler. I play 16. Probably incorrect to play 16. But the curve is low. Right? Kind of. I do want a cut for Shambler because it's like 2 creatures for Bone Shards. You can get it back with Disciple. That's not amazing. Cut it. Whatever. If anything, play Fairgrounds Patrol over it. We don't have anything else that enters from the graveyard, I don't think. I don't think we need Blacksmith Skill. So what do we have? We've got a whole lot of Bone Shards. And not a whole lot to sacrifice to them. That's why we need this Shambler. Whatever. I think it's just about enough. It's just about enough. Since we have a few things we do want to discard, we always want to discard this. We always want to discard a land or something when we have, let's say, Kitchen Imps 1 and this guy. Sometimes you just need to kill something. We can sacrifice Batterbone. We can sacrifice Vile Entomber. I mean, it just kind of depends, but yeah. I guess one trick is just to survive and wait on it. So let's go by color here. It is plenty of black. I'm only going to consider 2 of these early. Soul Snare is early. This is early. Very even between the colors. Surprisingly even. Discerning Taste, Late to Dinner. Prowler definitely favors black. Not by that much. I could see 9-8. Oh, it wanted green. Or 10-8. I guess if we took out another plains, then turn to Kitchen Imp with Bone Shards is not out of the question. Definitely want to keep Nested Shambler in mind. We might not even want Throsta. It's fun to think about this deck being a reanimation combo deck, but we don't absolutely need it. But yeah, let's go for it anyway. Looks good. Looks good. I mean, it's kind of slow. but on turn 4 we get to kill something and draw a card. We just need to find a thing to reanimate. Opponent's down to 6. God, this set is fun. You don't always get a sweet deck like this, but you usually get some kind of sweet deck, even if not like this. You can't always count on getting multiple mythics that work well together. All right. We'll still go Prowler next. Airgrounds Patrol. Even more reason to prowl. I'm just getting excited thinking about this hand. And then Discerning Taste, if they kill the Prowler somehow here. It is nice to sort of have the late game. We definitely win the late game. Or at least to have multiple, ways of having a supreme late game. So now what? Neither of those creatures seems so important for us to kill. So why don't we try to set up a Discerning Taste and put some creature in the graveyard. Put one into our hand. I think Kitchen Imp is the best one. Okay, so next turn we can Bone Shards, Kitchen Imp. I didn't gain any life off that, but that's okay. Yeah, that was a pretty weak Discerning Taste, but we needed to get through those cards somehow eventually. Pretty weak. Yeah, maybe they'll play something worth killing. Oh, Prismatic Ending, 3 colors. Oh, not good. Well, yeah. And they exiled it, so no help there. Kitchen Imp, at least it does something. Priest of Fell Rites. This is not the stuff I need. But Bone Shards, discard a card to kill the 3/1, discard this card. We can even play Priest of Fell Rites here. This is like the wrong half of our deck. Come on. No attacks. I just want to trade off and survive. That's all. And then we can get, if we get any land, we get Disciple. And that's going to be tough for them to beat. Iced. Surprised they did that. They have another ice for Kitchen Imp? What? I mean, they could have just killed it. So they wanted the card. Which one of these hurts more? If I kill this, they've got 3 next turn. If I kill this, they've also got 3 next turn. I'll kill this. Make a 1/1. Oh, piercing rays. They are just not letting me off the hook here. Violent tumor. Okay, perfect. We did it. We got there. It's done. We've got to do Archon of Cruelty, I think. It's just better. They've only got one card left. You're late, Archon of Cruelty, but what is it? I didn't expect you to keep your engagement under the circumstances. But you did it. Don't exile our graveyard, please. I don't think they can. There's not a way to do it that I know of. The other thing they could do is just counter late to dinner. In which case, maybe we wait a turn. What? That's okay. Seems fine. I mean, it's still an annoying mythic that I have no way to deal with, but seems fine. Well, if that's going to be the way of it, let's Young Necromancer here. Then if we draw land next turn, we can gain some life. So yes, use the ability. We don't need Bone Shards or Piercing Rays. I don't think we have Delirium. So we can do Archon. There's the battlefield. Drothard. I mean, this does so much. Sacrifice a creature, discard a card, lose 3 life, we gain 3 life, we draw a card. And it does the same when we attack. I think we're going to jump block here with the Necromancer. Just so we don't take, 14 out of nowhere. Safe thing to do. And it's not like they have an edict effect that we should be playing around. But if we lose our Archon and it's not to an edict effect, we could just get it back. So that's pretty cool. No, another Thopter. How did they even get this Thopter? You can't just play a Thopter. Oh, Fairgrounds Patrol. Got it. You can't just be playing Thopters. Alright. So they sacrifice a dude. We draw a card, gain 3 life, and then we're out of range of Fury, pretty much. They'd have to pump it to some insane extent. Alright, good luck. My condolences, but good luck. Yeah. Yep. Thopter token. They had so many ways of exiling. Not a ton of artifact creatures. Like, Seal of Cleansing. Do we need that? Not really. I think we do want Blacksmith's Skill, because it's easy enough for them to just say, exile your Archon of Cruelty. Now what? And I say, okay. That's probably too good. Soul Snare. That's a good one against them. We're still just trying to survive. And let's cut a land. We'll be on the draw. We'll be on the draw, and we've got one way to cycle for a land. Hopefully they didn't put all their graveyard hate in. But this deck can win through that. Possibly. Yeah, good hand. It is a safe hand. And potentially Discerning Taste sets us up perfectly. Not what I ever want to draw. But it gives us... So we have 4 cards in our deck that just discard Throsta. Start stopping on upkeep here. Alright. Get Batterbone going. I hope it's not too much of a tell that my upkeep stop is now on. I could attack here. Oh yeah. Oh, they're definitely attacking here. Oh boy, are they ever attacking here. So what do we do? Oh, how about that? Eventually we can Soul Snare whatever we need to. In the meantime, we're not taking too much damage. Taste test later. Yeah, Throsta is a good reason to have it's a good Discerning Taste is a good reason to have Throsta in our deck. Because you just gain 7 and it gives us another target for Discerning Taste. Otherwise it's too hard to hit with it. Wow, that thing's getting big. How is it so big? Oh, +1. Yeah, I guess it just is that big. Still, unless they kill our Breathless Knight here, we're doing all right. Upkeep step, fine. Play land. They can exile my knight. Well, that's fine. I think I want to exile their attacker. Oh, they're taking it all. So, what's better here? Guiltblade Prowler or Discerning Taste? I think we want Discerning Taste. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. This is just so random, and we want Prowler in play anyway. Yeah, no more counters for you. What they should have done there is chosen the Infiltrator, I think. Really? What is going on here? Actually, I think I know. They've got fire. They've got fire and ice. Well, if they're going to kill the germ anyway, gain the life from it. Yeah, I guess they won't kill the germ, but they'll do fire first. Oh, yeah, this was even easier than I thought. So yeah, let's let that happen. Fine, I got it more or less a 2-for-1. Aerialist. Didn't want to have to use Soul Snare there. Let's try to discern some things around here. Interesting. Oh, we could get Vectis gloves. Better yet, Disciple, and then get Vectis gloves back. Better yet, Young Necromancer, get Disciple back, get Vectis gloves back. All right, we did it. We're figuring it out. Easy game. Wow, that's nuts. That's actually crazy. And I don't need to, trade my treasure for a Breathless Knight here. No, thank you. It's a bit slow, but it's definitely the hardest hitting sequence we can do. You can gain some life from it. Uh-oh. Filigree Attendant, not so scary. Can't be blocked, not so scary. And they've got nothing left. I mean, if they couldn't kill us with this, it's not going to be great for them. Bone Shards. I'm content to skip out on that here. Well, we don't remove the wrong things, so we don't need that, and we don't need Guiltblade Prowler. So we get Disciple into play. That gets a little bigger. That gets Vectis gloves back. And that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt them quite a bit. Now's their chance to get in for 4 damage, but could be worse. I could actually care. And many ways of killing it. We've got this free kill anything spell. Yeah. So we get Vectis gloves. We equip Disciple with it. Unless they sacrifice all their lands, I think we're in good shape here. Baneslayer. I mean, that's enough. If they don't deal with this, that's enough to win. They also need stuff back to block. Okay, well, let's try this. Another one. I don't think I've seen one of these in a deck, let alone 2. But they're good. They're good. This is kind of a not, there are better things you can be doing in these colors. They've got like the right idea, but if you could get some, like, look at how many lands they have in play. You can be doing so much more with less lands with Affinity. I'm not saying they built their deck wrong. It's just not the most powerful version of a deck like this, whereas mine is a very powerful version of the deck I'm doing. All right. Sure, keep it. Yikes. We need to draw the 2/2, don't we? That's not it. Well, at least it gives us something to discard. Blue-black. Okay, that is good. Unfortunately, we might have to find planes with it, but still good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess we're getting milled here. No! Did I click a card? I didn't click a card! I clicked a swamp? Yeah, I think I clicked a card on accident, so I put in planes to my graveyard. Nice job. Oh well, here's the planes. Wow, that was awful. This is like the worst card in my deck I could have picked. Any of the other ones would have been 100 times better. Wow. Oh well, pretend it was just a random draw. You know, mill 3, draw a card. Gain 3 life. But mistake number 4 on the day. Oh dear. Okay. Time for them to combo us off here. Maybe they're not doing so hot themselves. But what is it? I would have had a Breathless Night a turn sooner. Tragic Slip. Scry 1. Should be keeping track of where they scry here. So I imagine that this player has mill 14. What is this? Indestructible as long as you have some merfolk. Do they? 2 other merfolk. When it attacks, draw a card. Other merfolk get... Okay. Not a problem. Great. Let's first attack. Then we can Violin Tomb something. Bone Shards, discard a card, discard Swamp. Don't need you to attack here. I'm going to bounce it, recalibrate it back to their hand. Fine. Entomber, and we'll get the thing that can reanimate things. Priest of Fell Rites. That's gotta be right, right? Right. Okay. All right. I could have 2 planes right now. It'd be so good. Recalibrate. They didn't draw a card off that. That's nice. Maybe I can let them do the milling next game. Another card to the bottom. Lazotep Chancellor. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're doing it. All right. All right, let's get him. Let's do it. So, Bone Shards. I don't know that they have a way to discard stuff. But they can eventually amass, which doesn't bother me too much. Red attacks. Draw a card. What do we want to kill here? I think we want to kill Lazotep Chancellor. And then, I mean, they're the one that wanted to save Svilin. So we'll play Soul Snare. They can dry with Svilin. Ein, zwei, drei. They can draw with Svilin. Okay, attack, draw a card. We go to 26. And we've got Piercing Rays for it. But they need some serious nonsense to deal with what we've got going on here. Mill 2 cards, sure. Another Breathless Night. Breathless Night number 3. So shiny. Okay, what does that do? That lets us hold up Soul Snare, which I think is perfect. So do Priest of Felrites and get back Breathless Night? Or we could just exile this thing and call it a day. That's probably best. I don't need them to keep drawing cards. No. Let's do this. I can't make up my mind. All right. What? Oh, I see. So what do we want back? I guess we want the flyer here, so let's get Breathless Night back. Or Disciple, and then we can play another Breathless Night. Soon after. Ah! Yikes. Alright. Well, this is definitely... This is definitely a tough one. And it's definitely one where we bring in Seal of Cleansing. Yeah. Deals with... So shiny, deals with redaction. Oh, I see. Oh, don't F6. Yeah, not looking so nice for an attack now, is it? So, do I keep something tapped here? I could keep the Aerialist tapped, or Svilin. That seems reasonable. Draw a card. Land would be decent here. But I guess at this point, I don't mind attacking with everything. They can kill my Disciple, but everything else gets through. Oh, what do they have? Oh, they're going to get that flying. Okay. Yeah, I still think they block there. Taking 4. And that's their only flyer. I don't mind if they attack with Svilin, but I do mind if I don't kill them. So why don't we set up lethal here? Set up lethal. And hope that they can't mill 14 and like win that way. But we'll see. They put a card on top. There's no card you'd put on top unless it wins the game this turn. So here we go. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, so if they have mill 14, we're dead here. Tejada's ploy. Wow. But maybe they're looking for it. Maybe they don't have it in their hand. Each opponent mills 2 more. There's our Archon. Don't do it. They've got one more chance to draw it. Well, they also gained a bunch of life with ploy. Don't do it. Recalibrate. Draw a card. Well, live to fight another day. They, I'm confident they have the mill 14 card in their deck, because that's why you build this deck. Right? But doesn't mean they have it. I can't kill them here. I don't think I can kill them anyway. That's not true. I could draw Vectis Gloves, in which case I still wouldn't have mana to tap something. What do they have another Tejada's Ploy. Gain that life. Oh no, we've already milled Tejada's Ploy. Well, they're at 8 life. I'll just draw a card here. Great. Now I can and probably should exile Tejada's Ploy. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. It's hard to see, sorry about that. Come in for a bunch. Have good blockers. Bah. Scry 1. And at this point, the bottom of their deck is like 6 high, so if they found their mill card, they found their mill card. If they have it, they found it. If they have it, they found it. All right, well. Block. Right? That's fine. Helm Mongrel. No! Are you kidding? What? Well, this is absurd. Exactly lethal. It doesn't leave me a single card. There's no margin of error here for them. But they've got to get rid of their whole hand. Scuttletide. Unbelievable. Well, there's my whole deck. Aquamoeba was another one they could have done. They probably just drew, oh, they drew the, yeah, they needed one more card and they drew it. Wow. I wasn't really thinking of a discard your whole hand card with Mystic Redaction, but it makes sense. Hi, Taylor. Yeah, the misclick early is probably what lost it for me. Is there anything I can do here? Nope, nothing in my graveyard. Put target card from an opponent's graveyard. Yeah, I mean, almost, right? You gain hexproof. Seal of Cleansing is what we need. It's pretty much all we need. I could put more cards in my deck, I guess, but yeah, oh, so much could have gone differently. If I just discarded another card from them, or played a Breathless Night a turn earlier. Yeah, so it was close, and I made that mistake. Not a mistake, a misclick. Misclick and resolving Discerning Taste. Shoot. It sucks to lose an entire draft because of one misclick. Like, this deck should be able to go 3-0, but misclick. Well, keep it. This is potentially a really good hand because it destroys their only way of winning. But it also doesn't have anything. Yeah, whatever. I played Discerning Taste, and then I just clicked the screen, like, on accident, and it clicked Swamp instead of a Plains, instead of a creature, instead of a spell. And I had like 6 swamps and no plains. That was the misclick. I don't know, I like touched my mouse and it just happened. Yeah, now I'm just gonna lose to Screw here. Yeah, that was rough. Discard a card. Kill that. Discard Throsta, because we have no way of casting it. Pass it. Yeah, and then I don't. Yeah, if they play an enchantment and I kill it, I can, and I draw land. I can do Young Necromancer into Throsta. Otherwise, don't click. See, what I think I did there. I can't let that thing survive. What I think I did there is sometimes I click the screen to make sure it's like the active window. And I did that right before the thing appeared and it just disappeared. Yeah, this is tough. But it's okay, I get planes here. I Bone Shards, discarding a card. Discard planes. Got him. If I wanted to do this without them returning it to their hand, I could have Seal of Cleansinged the treasure. But if they bounce it to their hand, it's almost too late. Throsta coming in. Okay, cool. Aquamoeba. Your Aquamoeba can't withstand my Necromancer. Don't counter it. Nice. All right. So, yes, the types of things we can't get back are bone shards and discerning taste. We want to get back Throsta, I would think. Swing 7. Trample over planeswalkers. Assign its damage? What? Does it trample over players too? Assign its damage. Yikes. Assign its damage. Recalibrate. Hey, I don't need this in my hand. That's not good. So now I need another way to get it back and a bone shards. I can just wait on Seal of Cleansing, I suppose. Oh, we're getting close. 6. I will kill it, though. It's pretty good. And they want all the cards in their hand. Alright, 2 lands gets me there. Because Archon definitely wins it. Back to me. There's 1 land. No attacks. Unless they counter it. Come on, deck. You can do it. Disciple of the Sun. Hey, I'll take it. Next question is, what do we want? Possibly Seal of Cleansing. Possibly Plains. And possibly Batterbone. Okay. Let's do Batterbone. That's the one that I think lets us win a game, whereas some of the other ones aren't so good at that. Like, if we lose Archon of Cruelty, how do we get past Aquamoeba? The answer is with a 4/4. No! Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh, so close to casting it. Oh well. I'll draw a spell to get it back. Here. No! Unbelievable. Unreal. I'm not even sure how to attack here. Just attack with everything, I guess. That's how to do the most damage. Then if they want to kill the Disciple, that's fine. If they want to kill the Germ, take 5, that's fine. Tragic Fall. Well... yeah. Another one, it's pretty tight game, pretty close stuff going on here. So shiny. There are a lot of cards that win it for me. That's not one of them. That's not going to do it. Turn earlier on that would have gotten me Archon. Anything. Come on, anything. Anybody. No. But it might be worth it to keep playing some of these lands in case we need to defeat a mana leak kind of thing. Stop being ridiculous. 11, 12. Yeah, I'm drawing a few too many lands, put it lightly. One of the coolest plays here would be to draw the Delver and put the reanimation thing back in our deck. What? I just drew like 4 lands in a row. My opponent has 7 cards in their hand. They could just mill me. They're just gonna mill me. 6. I think we would... It's possible they would win, or we would win, if they milled us here. Piercing Rays. And that doesn't matter, because they have 2 things that can discard everything. Hi, Fubas. This is unreal, how bad this draw is. 7. Is there still a shot? If they discard 7 cards, we go down to 1 card, and the only way we wouldn't be able to win that... No, I think we still lose that. Clattering Augur. No, they get to mill 8 cards because of Clattering Augur. It's been so perfect every time. I think we could... Well, we could do 8 damage. With Throsta, equip... Throsta, equip Batterbone is 8. Archon, if it had haste, would be 9. But... last turn, Archon would have had them sacrifice Air Amoeba, and then we might survive with like 1 card left. Yeah. Great. Ridiculous. This, I mean, I'll keep this hand. It just needs a black source, and then it can find... It can discard Archon and then find a way to get it back. Yeah, so, I mean, this looks a lot better, obviously. Miss your land drop. Okay, all right. So we definitely want late to dinner. And we definitely want them to play a creature at some point. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to win this match easily, I would assume. So what do we want this time? Blade Prowler. I'll take the Landscaper, sure. And then next turn, we've got Archon of Cruelty in play. As we kill Rift Sower, and that's 1 mana. 4 mana for Archon. We even get a food. Poor. Oh, they just did this last turn. Maybe we don't get Archon, because we have no way of discarding it. Yes! Yes! We do get it. Discard a card, discard Archon, late to dinner, Archon. They don't have to sacrifice a creature, but they do have to discard a card. Maybe we should have waited a turn to get maximum value. But, nah. Don't kill my Archon. Don't do it. Don't! Oh well. Perfect. Alright. Let's get Priest. Get Soul Snare. Pass it. Oh, we're getting that Archon back. It's coming back. Yeah, I mean, that was already enough to probably give us a ton of advantage. Bone Shards there. That's not an issue, because I can just do it from my graveyard. I don't want Kolos in my graveyard. Their graveyard doesn't matter. Let's play this. Let's get this guy in play. Archon. Sweet. Big follows. All right. Score. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. People are supposed to be like, whoa, what are you doing with this cube deck? Not, oh, draw 5 lands in a row. I'm just gonna mill you. The mill deck beat the reanimation deck. What's happening? That's not supposed to happen. I have no idea what their deck is. Whatever. Our deck's good. I'm trying to think. The only real excellent sideboard card we have is Rune of... Seal of Cleansing. Not even a rune. Keep it. It looks like we're gonna Soul Snare turn 1. Priest turn 2, Taste turn 3, and turn 4 we get, well, whatever we get. It's possible that with a combo deck like this, I just should have mulliganed to something. Oh god, we could get something back this turn if we draw it. Oh my god, so good. Taste the rainbow. Okay, no! What is this? Well, I guess we gain a bunch of life if we put the Kolos in our graveyard. And lands are good. Everyone likes lands. Jeez. Alright, I'll wait for something better though. Hopefully they don't exile my priest. We saw no evidence of priest exiling. To be fair, we only have 2 hits for Discerning Taste. 2 really good creatures to put in our graveyard. Oh, let's stop on our upkeep. Yield, set stop. Never do yield until here. That messes things up. Oh, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's... They killed it. They killed my poor priest. Bridge? I could kill the Ornithopter, but I'm tempted to just try to kill whatever they play next. Why did I stop on my upkeep? I thought I had my exile spell in my hand, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, they have plenty of colors here. Oh yeah? Take this. Take some of this. Okay. They did. They were kind enough to take it. So what do we do? Champion of the Sun here. We might as well get back Priest. So we have infinite recurrence, right? We can just keep getting Disciple back, which keeps getting the Priest back. Planeswalker? Teferi? Teferi 5? Wouldn't be the first time. Green? Ouch. Terminally agonist. Keep playing stuff. Because we can hardcast the Mythic. I really do wonder if we should Bone Shards the Ornithopter, but I'm still gonna refrain from doing that. Obviously they need green, but how many green cards do they have in their hand? Sure, like killing the companion is gotta be better here. Come on, Mythic. Yes! Bone Shards. Kill that guy. Discard this guy. Get Archon. Use Sacrifice. God, it's so stupid. Why can't we just get wins like this every single time? Okay, done. Well, thank you all for watching.